Well. It is May 8th, 2022. It's about 8:30 at night. I am at a ramp, off-ramp coming on to Sepulveda Boulevard, low, just south of Magnolia. That's pretty gnarly. You see the traffic all day long. The noise is fucking loud. Blow your eardrums. During the day, it can be hot. One thing about this ramp, though, is it's always breezy, windy. And that's traffic. That's being buffeted by traffic wind. But it is busy, always. You can come out here at 3 in the morning, and there's cars coming off under Sepulveda. Sepulveda has that reputation. So, and it's disgustingly filthy. But the mass of humanity that goes through here is just astonishing. Even if you're used to it, there's just an incredible number of people in the world that you don't even really realize. When you go to the store, when you go out in the traffic or on the freeway especially, you see a lot of it, but it's always going by, and it's always only so much in your particular area. You don't pay attention to people changing, moving cars or whatever. So it's just, you can only occupy so many spaces in time at one point. People can only be in one space at a time. So it's not, but if you were to see all the people that you saw every day, everybody that you just happen to glance at and that gets interchanged out with somebody else, then it would be jaw-dropping. Los Angeles is just a sick, overpopulated town. I mean, they say everybody's fleeing California, the mass exodus, but there's still so many people here, I can't hardly wrap my head around it. This state was somewhere around 20 million when I was a kid. Maybe even less, but now probably about that much. Now it's like at 40. It's just amazing. But here's what all the shit about COVID and everything and the vaccines is all coming out. All the worst shit is true. There's no conspiracy theories. I mean, I take flat earthers or whatever. Yeah, they're weird, but who knows? Maybe. Bottom line is that people want to talk about conspiracy theorists. Well, there's more shit to point to that's correct than that is incorrect. So there's not much conspiracy theory. It's more like conspiracy fact, and it does happen. That's what. Here's the most extreme example of a conspiracy, a war, and we happen to be about to get into one. So I don't know. That's a group of people forming a malicious plan against another group of people. What's that? A conspiracy. No theory about it. It's true. But all this shit that they used to get it to this point is all coming to light. And I knew it would have an avalanche type effect. Like, it would take a while to get that first little piece of things moving. But then once it did, then other pieces would fall into place. Now, there's this movie that just came out yesterday called 2,000 Mules. It's about the election 2020. This is just one of many fucking things that needs to get fixed. Well, pretty much undeniable. There's no denying that. They did it, and now is everybody so fucking happy? We got $6 plus and going to supposedly 10 by the end of the summer gas. Fucking our economy's ruined. A lot of the people that live in Los Angeles go, I don't know why you can't find a job. Well, I used to have an office job. I don't like it. It makes me unhappy. So when I work at a high-paying job outside, I feel much better. That's why I'm a goddamn carpenter. You know, I could contract jobs, who can't? But underneath that, what is the trade that pushes it? I happen to be a framer or carpenter, whatever. Could be a plumber or electrician, doesn't matter. But those guys get paid pretty goddamn good too, but more than me. So, but who in this 8.9% unemployment rate for the state is hiring brittle old doddering 62-year-old fucking curmudgeons with no tools? Nobody! So, you know, I'm eating shit right now. But as things go on, you know, I listen to shit. We haven't watched television in a while, but there's a lot of shit coming out right now, and people are starting to finally pick up on it. I mean, I used to be a Democrat. I don't hate every Democrat. I hate the ones that are still supporting it, knowing the truth. The ones that didn't know, that were in ignorance. I don't have a problem with disparity of opinions. You're allowed to believe something else. You're not allowed to come in and try and fucking subvert the American ideology for some kind of communist plan. Bullshit. Nobody fucking asked for that. Nobody wants it. So now there's people waking up. I don't begrudge them. My only issue is that hey, you motherfuckers, your party did this. Don't make us clean that shit up. You clean your own fucking room up. Because that's the way it is. If you're hanging with a group of people and they pull some fucking bullshit move, and then you gotta have the stink on you for a while they get cracked, well, that's just the way it is. Because, you know, you're part of them. So they should have to clean up their own mess. I don't know how the fuck they're going to clean up California. I don't think it can be done. I think this state, probably the whole country, is fucking shot. But there is, like I said, untold masses. And country people, urban areas might be a waste, but the country is probably mostly still salvageable. If we haven't gotten too far dark already. But I don't know, because children are impressionable and then they grow up. So if they're taught little fairy tale creepy stories in school, they learn those, and then they get to be 18 and start voting. You never know how the future is going to be. But I think that at the last minute, they're going to pull it out of the fucking dirt right now. We'll see. We'll see. But it's just about presentation and marketing. We have this fucking millennial attention span, less than a goldfish. There's been studies, even the millennials say this, that there's been studies that a goldfish has an attention span of 9 seconds and that humans have one of 8. The fact that they're measuring human and goldfish attention spans, that's not a good sign for this planet. So, of course, people are just going to believe whatever the fuck they want. But if everybody was to really think about it, and just, for one, I believe that they hijacked the flu, whatever seasonal variant flu there was, and just called it COVID. Okay, that's the thing. Is it was a shell game. They just moved things around, but there wasn't any excess deaths from the disease itself. Well, the flu is no joke if you get that shit serious. And when it comes to pneumonia, I've had double pneumonia. It fucking nearly killed me. No one ever said these were party time favors. These are serious illnesses. But if you repackage them under this thing about pandemic, well, but what is the flu? Every year after year, for as long as biologically we've known forever, isn't that a fucking recurring, long, forever pandemic? I mean, do we need to have another one to make everybody frightened? Because nobody gives a fuck about the flu. But you call it COVID or some kind of weird shit. Everybody's, oh my God! Oh my God, I'm gonna catch it! Really? If you can see Los Angeles from my point of view right now, staring at just a fucking endless parade of carbon spewing cars and whatever. Because people that think Teslas and, oh yeah, it's clean energy. Really? Where are they getting that electricity from? Oh, wait, internal combustion engines. Sorry, not so clean, buddy. Although they are kind of cool cars. But man, are they taking over. I would say at least 1 out of 20 cars is a Tesla. 20% of the fucking, I bet it's getting close to that. At least here in Los Angeles. Because a lot of people have $100,000 to dump on a car. Are you shitting? If I don't give a fuck if I was rich or not. I am not buying a fucking gold-plated Bugatti fucking 1932 drove Hitler in and fuck that. Get a fucking badass truck and a fucking hot rod, muscle cars. And all this thing about carboniferous species, humans, carbon. I bet you that all the pollution, every vehicle on Earth, probably including planes, could put out in a single year, Mount St. Helens could shit out in about 2 hours. And it's been happening very much lately. So really, you could. All right, thank you. Have a great night. Appreciate it. People could clean up their environment all they want, and you could get down to zero CO2, which, as has been pointed out by Dr. Lee Merritt, you cannot live in an atmosphere that has no carbon dioxide. It is essential for some of our bodily functions. Well, even if we were to do that, so we finally get down to a zero carbon world, and we eat up all the CO2, and our air is as clean as it ever could be, and then all of a sudden, blap, Krakatoa has a fart. You know what I mean? Come on. It just fucking blows your budget for carbon footprint out. And yet I still see, even here, the last bastion of fear and loathing, I still see, after they dropped all the masks, people aren't wearing, there's a significant, probably double-digit percentage portion of the population wearing masks. Even in their car, closed windows, sometimes a shield, and it like dudes, big healthy dudes, and I'm thinking, really? Wow, that's creepy. There's people that, and they don't want to, even the ones that know better, they don't want to admit it. They'll pretend like they still believe, even though they don't. So, I get angry when I see that now. Now it's gotten beyond the point of when you have got all the very same authorities that instituted those stupid fucking ideas, and they're saying it's bullshit, and that people are still doing it. Those are like, that's wasted DNA. Get out the gene pool, shark, and fucking clean that shit up. We don't need a world full of idiots. What we need is smart people, you know? Because we don't have enough. But anyway, though, guess I gotta go. I would love to rail on some more, but there's just so much. And then again, what can you say? Fucking people are stupid. There's no fixing them. It's just the way it is. All right.